One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida Atlantic Owls, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Florida Atlantic's offense will get the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Oh,
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, what a move. Picks up the first down, still moving. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Buffaloes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. The give on the option. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick.
Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. They'll leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Guys, let's talk about Florida Atlantic. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Hold and fire complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Buffaloes will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Owls racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Lets it fly. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. He might want another play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, it's one thing to have all the accolades preseason and have all the expectations, but it's another thing to be able to go out and execute week in, week out. He's done that. He now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the year.
The Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robbins. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to sling it on second down. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Looking for a crease. It's small. Past the first down marker and still running. Sprinting away. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Snapped it in the shotgun. Extending the play. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got him downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
On the move, he fires. It's complete. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The Buffaloes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Touchdown, Bucks! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over.
Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Colorado! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Power football with the run. Got the first down and more. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
That's caught. It's Powell. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Got it in the middle. It's small. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He throws into the middle of the field. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. This defense was just left in the spin cycle by this guy who's just putting on a show from behind center.
It's just annoying. It's so hard to stop defensively. You're trying to get guys to chase around a fast guy that runs like a running back, and you're trying to play coverage in the back end. It's just, you're in a no-win situation when you got guys like this that can scramble, buy time, and make plays down the field.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off play action on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
And the Buffaloes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Hits the accelerator to the right. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Ball spins away. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got the first down and more. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Owls! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed, and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out.
He's got it all right. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, down and throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Buffaloes in the hurry up. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Takes a hit as he fires. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on, and just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Got it in the middle. It's Addison. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's a heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
About to boot it away and get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete out of the backfield. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Let's see what he can do with it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Hand off from the shotgun.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Turning it on. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
The give to the tailback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's small. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And the punishment has been extended. And he tacks on the extra point.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds his man on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. A 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's second and 7. Tosses it incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught behind the line. It's Addison. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. Gonna look downfield again. Slips a tackle. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll take it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robbins. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Penny. And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Owls moving quickly to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Penny. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to take a shot on second and short. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to power their way ahead. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And he's in for his third rushing touchdown. You college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 38 to TCU. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle, it's Dawson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida Atlantic has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. Back to pass, it's Moffitt. Working that left side now. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And it's nice to have guys like this on 3rd down, on money downs that you can go to, and you know he's going to win. Hit the gas, hit the brakes, create a little bit of separation. Nice job.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the bounce.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Puts it out of the air. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Buffaloes have their offense in high gear. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a 1st down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Moffitt. Lets it fly. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Buffs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Colorado, 31.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And You know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And the Owls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
And obviously this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of touchdowns. You know, really finish strong so you can get in that Heisman race and maybe go win that big trophy.
Looking to throw on first down. Grab over the middle. It's Robbins. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Release to the back. He's got it on the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. And everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to pass. It's Moffitt. Oh, he makes the catch. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets it out fast. Puts him in the spin cycle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. First down for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Suggs. They got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Finds the tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. To the air on first down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. From the 30-yard line on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Moffitt. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Buffaloes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Pressure coming. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse